Hi everyone, I hope you well. This is CoinsKid. I'm going to dive into Shiba. I'm going to try and do an update every day for you because there's a hell of a lot of people that are interested in this coin, okay, in the CoinsKid community as well. And I did say I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. It's a highly tradable coin, yeah, but it's not something that I'm particularly holding. I'm not calling it. I'm not slating anybody for holding it. That's entirely up to you, and you're probably going to make money off it, okay? And I'm going to be sat here thinking, damn, I should have bought there and I should have bought here. But I do like to trade this. You know, I opened a little bit of a long on this this morning because I was looking at a fallback to this high. I did post this on Twitter, you know, and when we meet resistance, I'll close that long, you know, and I'll short it as well. You know, it's a highly tradable coin. But for me, it's not something that I'm looking to hold. That's what I'm trying to say to you, because, you know, I do think that once we do sort of, unless you can perfectly time the top here, you know, you only have to look at this particular correction, which is putting me off a little bit, to be honest with you. So that correction, and it happened quite quickly as well. You know, this is the daily time frame, and if you look in a matter of a couple of days, you lost let's say there, you know, 7 days, you'd lost almost 90% of your investment right there. That for me puts me off a bit, you know. And equally, you get the beautiful upside of it. Full transparency, I'm telling you, you know, I'm being honest with you. You know, I would not touch this with a barge pole in the sense that holding it. That's what I'm trying to say, because it's already had its appreciation. I've gone through the tokenomics with you. You know, I'm not saying it's not going to do 4, 5, 10x from here, but it's not something I'm looking to invest in personally. I'll try and trade it as best as I can. You know, and right now I'm sitting in a nice little long 15% profit at the moment, you know. And I did post this on Twitter this morning because this particular coin, it got a little bit overextended here. It is overextended from its high, you know. It's not necessarily backtested at support on the daily, and you can see that once you do start to melt through levels of resistance, you do usually want to come back to them as support. And this to me is a massive level of resistance just here for the Shiba, okay. And you can see, look, you sort of melted for it. You came there, came back, and like that, and you've not necessarily backtested at support. So I was looking for a retest of support. So if we look on the hourly time frame here, I did post this morning on Twitter. I think we was up about here, okay, and we was going here sideways. We take a look at Twitter right now. I'll show you. So I made this post this morning at 7:04 a.m. Sheeb melting through the all-time high, not backtested as support. Put some cheeky bids on it, you may get lucky. It's the one in the fib chart, swing high, swing low, up you go. And that's where we were. Look, if you can see, you know, this is the 1618 that I'm looking at off this previous extension down there, and the Fibonacci I was going to show you in a moment. You know, it's melting faces, isn't it? You've pushed through the 1618 right there, and you were pushing towards the 2, and then you've essentially at this point, you could see on the hourly time frame, look, you've broken this white line, which is the all-time high for Sheep, and you'd not backtested its support. So like I've said in so many videos, swing high, swing low, and up you go, basically. So right now, I said to people, basically on this tweet, look, I says, look, you might get lucky putting some cheeky bids on the 1, which was just here on this previous swing high at 0.004958, you know. And from there, right there, if we take a look at the chart, you know, boom, when it rolled over, where did it find support? Where would you got some cheeky bids in? On this swing low just there. So swing high, sorry, because this is what it does. You've had your retest of support right now, so this is golden, because you come up like this, boom, 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 broken through that eye, you've not backtested it, out support, looking for continuation. So for me, you're trying to get to this trend line at the moment, okay, because you've broken this eye, you're trying to get to it. To be honest with you, I thought that you might have a bit of resistance at this trend line. You're putting in some kind of beautiful ascending triangle here, look, boom, 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 broke out, fell back to support, you've had your support, so you may look at continuation coming up to there. But I was looking at this being a bit more of a level of resistance, to be honest with you, and I thought you might come back and create some kind of handle, you know, and then eventually break out, giving you a technical target with a cup and handle. But you've melted for it. So right now you're just looking to turn it in support, which you have. You've got the little wick there, support. So, you know, I put some bids on this particular level, and right now I'm up around about 12%, so that's nice. You know, I'm looking to hopefully stay in this long. I've got my stop loss set on this particular level just there, obviously with a little bit of a wick down, but for me, I'm looking to get to this particular level right now, okay, this particular level here. So this will be a fantastic little long op of around about 30%, because this, to me, this is a major level of resistance moving forward, because this is the 1272 on the fib just there, and that's the 1414, and then this is your 1618 just there for Sheeb, okay. So yeah, I will try and keep you updated with this particular project every day. Obviously it's taking off its melting faces, and there's a lot of interest in it. I think it was one of my most viewed videos yesterday, you know, so obviously there's a lot of interest, and a lot of the CoinsKid crew are actually into this coin. I've got friends and family that have actually bought this coin as well, you know, and they brag, you missed out and all that, but you can't buy everything. I've got my investments and they've got theirs basically. So yeah, we rang into the all-time high there, we coiled up a little bit and then we broke through, and then with the back test of support, so that's golden. You know, looking hopefully right now, if Bitcoin can behave and it doesn't put in more of a correction, which to be honest with you, I'm going to be frank, I am looking at a little bit more downside on Bitcoin, only about 2 or 3% to be honest with you, just a tiny little rollover, not much, you know, just a key level support right there. It doesn't have to happen, but if it does, this is where potentially this could come down and you get stopped out, okay? So, and you might get fruitful putting some cheeky bids back on there and holding this key level support, have another double test, you know, do something like this, come up, have another double test, then break out to this particular level, because this is a really, really major level of resistance for me, where I do think you should potentially, you know, if you conform into the fibs, roll into it, hold a key level support like you did here, you know, ascending triangle, then break out again, okay? And then you want to see that back test of support, come up, back test, come up, back test, and then you're looking over the extensions right there for SHIB, isn't it? So yeah, that's SHIB. It's looking relatively healthy and relatively good for continuation, you know. And I did say, full transparency, in a previous video that I wouldn't touch this with a barge pole, and the reason is because of how violently it can correct. I mean, if we take a look at this particular correction just here, you was running high here and you had a lot of people buying this candle, okay? So from there it went all the way down around about, where's that, you know, it dumped 22% in literally an hour. You know, this is how dangerous it can be. You know, what if it continued to go? So for me, you trade in and out with your stops, okay? You don't necessarily hold this, but again, you do you and I do me. It's not something I'm looking to hold personally, because it moves so violently. Anything that moves so violently upwards can move so violently downwards. That's what I'm trying to say to you, okay? So when the correction comes and the bear market comes, jump ship. But again, not financial advice. Nothing I say is financial advice on this channel, okay? So yeah, that's SHIB. It's doing everything it needs to for continuation. Take care everyone, back soon with another update on SHIB. Bye bye.